Hello friends, I welcome you all on my YouTube channel Rasayan Setu. So friends, in today's video, we are going to discuss previous year questions of classical and statistical thermodynamics which was asked in GATE 2020 exam. Okay, so let's start. Now see, this is your first question and it says, when 3 moles of helium is mixed with 1 mole of neon at constant temperature and pressure 25 degrees centigrade and 1 standard atmospheric pressure, the entropy of mixing in joule per Kelvin rounded off to 2 decimal places is, where R is 8.314 joule per Kelvin per mole. Okay, so friends, you have a mixture of helium and neon gases, and you can find the entropy of mixture of this entropy of mixing of this mixture. Okay, so let's do the solution of this question and see. The entropy of mixing of any mixture is given by formula is delta S is equals to minus R summation of Ni ln xi, where Ni is the number of moles of that component and xi is the mole fraction of that component of the solution. Okay, so we have two components in our solution, that is helium and neon, and for helium the value of n, that is number of mole, is 3 and its mole fraction is 3 by 4. Understand? Okay, why 4? Because total number of moles are 4 of this solution, and for neon the value of n, that is number of moles, is 1 and the mole fraction of neon of this solution is 1 by 4. So put all the values in this equation and we will get our answer. So the value of delta S is minus the value of R is 8.314 into summation of Ni ln xi. So N of helium is 3 multiplied by ln mole fraction of helium, that is 3 by 4, and plus the number of moles of neon is 1 into mole fraction of neon is ln 1 by 4. Okay, now you can use your calculator for calculating this equation because it will provided us in GATE exam. So delta S is equals to minus 8.314 into the value of ln 3 by 4 is minus 0.287 plus 1 into the value of ln 1 by 4 is minus 1.386. Okay, so after calculating this, the minus 8.314 into 3 into minus 0.287 is minus 0.861, and this will become minus plus minus minus, so minus 1.386. So ultimately we have the value is minus 8.314 into minus 2.247, and when you calculating this term, we will get the value of delta S mixing. So the value of delta X mixing is 18.68 joule per Kelvin, and this is a numerical ability type question, friends, so you can put the value. So your value is 18.68 joule per Kelvin, that is entropy of mixing. Understand? Okay, so this can be solved by this formula. Now we move towards our next question and see, it says the delta G naught F and delta H naught F for iron gas are 370.7 kilojoule per mole and 416.3 kilojoule per mole at 298 Kelvin. Okay, that is a standard Gibbs free energy and standard enthalpy, and respectively. Assuming delta H naught F is constant in the interval 250 Kelvin to 375 Kelvin. So delta G naught F, that is Gibbs free energy of mixing rounded off to the nearest integer for iron gases at 375 Kelvin is, and we have four options. Okay, so friends, in this question we have a value of Gibbs free energy and enthalpy, okay, for iron gas and at temperature 298 Kelvin, and we can find the value of delta G naught F at the temperature 375 Kelvin, and we have the value of delta H naught F that is constant in the interval between 250 Kelvin to 375 Kelvin, and we have 4 options. Understand? So let's do the solution of this question. Now see friends, first of all, we have a value of delta G naught F that is 370.7 kilojoule per mole according to your question, and we have a value of change in enthalpy that is 416.3 kilojoule per mole. That is change in Gibbs free energy and change in enthalpy. Now from these values, and the temperature is 298 Kelvin at which these values are obtained, okay, according to your question. So by these values, first of all, we must find the value of your delta S naught, that is change in entropy. And you know the relation between delta G, delta H and delta S is your delta G naught is equals to delta H naught minus T delta S naught. This is a very well known relation in our thermodynamics, okay. So put all the values in the equation and we will get the value of delta S naught. So the value of delta G naught is 370.7 kilojoule per mole. Understand? Equals to the value of delta H naught is 416.3 kilojoule per mole, okay, minus the value of T is 298 Kelvin and the value of delta S naught is we find. So now solve this this relation, that is delta S naught is equals to 370 minus 416.3 upon minus 298. So this will be minus 45.6 kilojoule per mole. The value of 370 minus 416.3 is 45.6 and here minus 298 Kelvin, okay. So when you solve this term, you will get the value of delta S naught, that is 0.153 kilojoule per mole per Kelvin. Understand? Okay. So now friends, we will have the value of delta S naught, okay, and in question you must find the value of delta G naught H, that is change in your Gibbs free energy at temperature range at temperature 375 Kelvin, okay. At this temperature we must find delta G naught F, okay. So according to your question, we have a delta H naught as a constant. So this will be same in your whole process, okay. And we have a temperature and we have delta S. So now the value of delta G naught is given by delta H naught minus T delta S naught. So we have a value of delta H naught that is constant, okay, and the value of delta H naught is 416.3 kilojoule per mole, which is given in your question. T is 375 Kelvin, okay, and the value of delta S naught we will find, that is 0.153 kilojoule per mole. Understand? Now put all the values in this equation. So value of delta G naught is equals to delta H, that is 416.3 minus 375 into 0.153. Now when you use your calculator, it will give us 416.3 minus 57.37, which is equals to 358.93. So the value of delta G naught is 358.93. But you have 4 options and you should find the value of delta G naught rounded off to the nearest integer. So the nearest integer of 358.93 according to your question, according to your options, is 359 kilojoule per mole. So value of delta G naught is 359 kilojoule per mole. Understand friends? Okay, the nearest integer is 359. So value of delta G naught is 359 kilojoule per mole. That is your option number A. See in the corner. Understand? Okay. So this is the solution of this question. Now we move towards our next question. And see, it says the van der Waals constant A and B for gaseous carbon monoxide are given as 1.49 liter square standard atmospheric pressure per mole square and 0.0399 liter per mole respectively. The fugacity in standard atmospheric pressure rounded off to 2 decimal places of carbon monoxide at 35 degrees centigrade and 95 standard atmospheric pressure is, where R is 0.082 liter into standard atmospheric per Kelvin per mole. So friends, we have a value of A and B, and by these values we must find the fugacity, okay, of carbon monoxide gas, and the temperature is 35 degrees centigrade and pressure is 95 atm. Understand? So let's do the solution of this question. Now first of all we can write at what we have in our question. So we have a that is constant. The value is 1.49 liter square atm per mole square. Okay. Then we have value of B, another constant. The value of B is 0.0399 liter per mole. Then we have value of temperature in the terms 30 degree centigrade. So when it convert into Kelvin, it will be 308 Kelvin. You can just add 273 in your degree centigrade and it convert into Kelvin scale. Okay, and the value of pressure is 95 atm, that is standard atmospheric pressure. Now friends, for van der Waals equation we have a formula, and this is a direct formula which we use in this question. So for van der Waals equation, we have a formula, that is ln F by P is equals to B into P upon RT minus A into P upon R square T square. Now in this formula friends, see, the F is fugacity, which must be find in our question. Okay, the P is pressure, B and A are constant, R is range constant, and T are temperature. So we have all the values in our question. So let's put all the values in this formula and we will get the value of fugacity. Okay, so ln F by P is equals to the value of B 0.0399 liter per mole into P 95 atm, okay, upon R. The value of R is 0.082 liter into atmospheric per Kelvin per mole, okay, into T, that is 308 Kelvin, minus value of A 1.49 liter square atmospheric mole per mole square into P, that is 95 atmospheric, upon R square T square. So value of R square is 0.082 whole square liter square at atm square Kelvin square mole square, okay, into T square, that is 308 square Kelvin square. Okay, so now first of all we cancel out the units. See how this liter can be cancelled by this liter. Okay, this ATM can be cancelled by this ATM, this mole inverse can be cancelled by this mole inverse, and this Kelvin can be cancelled by this Kelvin inverse. So all units will be cancelled out. Now here also see, this liter square can be cancelled by this liter square, and this ATM into ATM cancelled by this ATM square, this mole square can be cancelled by this mole square, and this Kelvin inverse square will be cancelled by this Kelvin square. So all units will be cancelled out. So ultimately we have the value is C, ln F by P is equals to 0.0399 into 95 upon 0.082 into 308 minus 1.49 into 95 upon 0.082 whole square into 308 whole square. Understand? Now friends, here you can use your calculator which will be provided us in our GATE exam. So after calculating this equation, we get C. This will be 0.0399 multiplied by 95 is 3.7905 upon, this will be equal to 25.256, 0.082 multiplied by 308, okay, minus the value of 1.49 multiplied by 95 is 141.55 upon, so the value of 0.082 square is 0.006724 multiplied by the value of 308 square is 94864, 94,864. So after calculating this, so 3.7905 divided by 25.256, we will get 0.1500, okay, minus 141.55 multiplied by this whole term, we will get 0.2219, and when you minus 0.1500 minus 0.2219, we will get the value of ln F by P, which will be equal to your minus 0.0719, okay, this will be minus 0.0719, but here you see this is in ln. So when you converts natural log into integer, it will be in e to the power, okay. So this, so your value of F by P is e to the power minus 0.0719, and e to the power minus 0.0719 is 0.93. So friends, we have a value of F by P. So F by P is 0.93, but according to your question, you should find the value of F, that is fugacity, and the value of P is 95 ATM. So your value of fugacity is 0.93 into 95 ATM. So ultimately the value of fugacity will be your 88.35 ATM, okay. So the value of fugacity is 88.35 ATM, and this is a numerical answer type question, so you can put the value. So the value is 88.35. Okay, so this is a solution of this question. You can see once again. Now this is the basic formula which we use in this question. So remember, this formula is a very important formula, friends. Okay, many questions ask on the basis of this formulas in your GATE exam. Okay, the van der Waal equation we have for van der Waal equation. Understand? Okay. सो फ्रेंड्स, ये था आपके क्वेश्चन जो गेट 2020 में क्लासिकल एंड स्टैटिस्टिकल थर्मोडायनेमिक्स से पूछे गए थे। फिर भी आपको अगर किसी भी तरह की डिफ़िकल्टी आए तो प्लीज़ कमेंट सेक्शन में आके ज़रूर पूछिए। सो थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स, थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग।